So the biggest areas of your life that will be affected in 2021 is the area of finance and assets, and your friend groups, social groups, and networking. You also have some energy in the 7th house of Libra, which is your marriage, partnership, and your relationships. But overall for 2021, you should be getting a bit of a break compared to 2020, and it will feel a little bit lighter and easier, and hopefully that these financial things that you're dealing with aren't so difficult that they're impossible to overcome. It should just be these challenges that you might be presented with, or else that there can definitely be more unexpected activity within your finances. Hi everyone, my name is Desiree with theastrologyaddiction.com, and thank you so much for watching. I'm a professional astrologer and I practice traditional Hellenistic astrology. My goal is to help people find purpose and understanding through the cosmos. Now today's reading is going to be for Aries. So if you're an Aries rising, this is for you. You can also listen to this if you don't know your rising sign and you'd like to listen for your sun or your moon sign. So on December 21st of 2020, we are having the Jupiter and Saturn conjunction in Aquarius, which is in your 11th house. So this really starts a full new cycle for you around friend groups and social groups and obligations and duties in that way. You can feel like you're committing, to something new. Maybe there's a new optimism around something in your life in regards to, friends, social groups, and networking. Now, another date to keep in mind at the beginning of the year is January 13th. We'll have the Mars and Saturn in a square aspect to one another from your 2nd to your 11th house, again, bringing up that financial struggle that I mentioned. And there are also going to be these squares between Uranus and Jupiter from Saturn to Aquarius. These happen really all year long, along with the Saturn and Uranus squares. Lots of activity there for you. And I think overall you can just feel more financially stuck. Maybe there's some stagnant energy going on for you over the year of 2021, and really just like a standstill or these potential frustrations and tensions that you're experiencing. And that should kind of peak for you around February 10th and February 17th. There's going to be that stellium starting in your 11th house of Aquarius, so there's definitely a lot of energy going on there around your friend groups. Now for March 23rd, we'll have Venus conjunct the Sun in Aries at 2 degrees, so this can give you a high amount of energy, positivity, optimism, and just overall feeling kind of like you're starting new. Even though Venus is technically cazimi to the Sun, so you can't see her, she is not as strong, she's a little bit blinded by the Sun. There's still that positivity, and that Venusian peace in your, first house. So you'll probably feel more confident, more ambitious, just more ready to take on projects. Now, March 28th, we have the full moon in Libra, which is your 7th house of relationships and marriage. So that can be kind of a culmination of something you've been working on over the last few months, and maybe a realization about relationships or partnerships, or somebody new coming into your life. There is just that high level of relationships being important at the end of March. Now April for you, I think, is going to feel like a little bit more of an abundant time. Maybe you get some unexpected income or something in your 2nd house of money and finances that feels more, positive and hopeful, and like you're able to maybe achieve something materially. Although there will still be that strong square going on from Saturn in your 11th house. It can definitely put pressure on your income again, but I think overall you'll be feeling like you're maybe finding something new to dedicate yourself to, or a new way to earn income at that time. Now, May 13th is an important day because Jupiter is entering Pisces. So this is going to be a really sweet spot overall for initiating new projects collectively, because Jupiter is exalted in Pisces. That's its sign. That's where it is very happy. So that is entering your 12th house. So you might feel like you're able to work on some unconscious issues that you've had in a new way, and you can even maybe feel like you're able to get back on like a healthy routine, since this Jupiter will be opposite to your 6th house. But there is a lot of activity going on in Gemini, which is your 3rd house of siblings and neighbors, cars, vehicles. And we actually have Mercury going retrograde on May 29th. So you could possibly have some issues with your transportation or your vehicle around that time. So, I wouldn't recommend buying, a car or anything like that when you have Mercury retrograde in your 3rd house. Now, June 14th is also a strong date to keep in mind. That is the 3rd day that we have the exact Saturn and Uranus square, and Saturn will actually be retrograde in Aquarius. So again, I just see that continued theme of possible issues with your finances or unexpected turns and even opportunities possibly, but with there being a lot of boundaries and limits that you have to consider. Now, August is a good time for you. August 16th, Venus enters Libra, which is your 7th house. So there can be a more peaceful, fair kind of negotiating energy going on between you and relationship partners or business partnerships. And it can just feel overall really calming and like you are maybe making headway in a relationship that you've been working on. And, you know, definitely making, there's more of a connective energy there. Like you're making some progress in relationships. Mercury goes into Libra on August 30th and is actually in a trine to Saturn. So there can be some good deals and business negotiations that you're able to proceed with at that time. Maybe some new information coming in about an opportunity that you maybe have been, you know, pondering or working on, that kind of comes to like, okay, this is the time to make the decision. And that's around September 4th when Mercury will trine Saturn. Mars enters Libra on September 14th. So that brings a bit of contention with Mercury in the same sign, and maybe there is a fight going on with you and a partner or in a relationship or a marriage partnership, or something starting to bubble up. Especially when Mercury goes retrograde on September 27th, that can cause like lies or deceitment to kind of come in and start to play a role in your relationships. Now on October 20th, we have an Aries full moon at 27 degrees of Aries, and this is opposite to that Sun and Mars in Libra in your 7th house. So again, there's just a further emotional kind of culmination of energy around feelings you have towards a relationship partner, and maybe some kind of argument or deceit that's been going on, and definitely a high volatility and high intensity energy around that time for relationships. Harsh words, you know, harsh communication, and definitely like getting your feelings hurt maybe around that time. Now, November is a bit tricky. We're having some Scorpio energy going on in your 8th house, and Mars is applying to Saturn with a square. And there's really this T-square going on between Mars in Scorpio, Saturn in Aquarius, and then Uranus in Taurus. So definitely, again, a very challenging energy around your finances possibly, and even other people's money that you share, like shared resources, inheritance. There can be some tension going on there, and it can definitely kind of play into maybe that partner issue that we spoke about within your relationship, maybe some shared resources and some delays or dilemmas or just confusion about how you share resources with a partner. Now December, we have a lot of energy in Capricorn in your 10th house of fame, career, image, public image, how people see you, and we have Venus going retrograde conjunct Pluto on December 19th. So this can be kind of a binding, obsessive energy for you. Maybe you are committing yourself to a career or a duty of some sort that kind of has public scrutiny, or, you know, the public is seeing you in a new way. Or you're just, you know, dedicating yourself more obsessively to something in your career at that time, kind of closing out the year for you. So I hope you enjoyed this reading for Aries 2021 forecast and predictions. If you're interested in booking a reading with me, my link is in the description box. And please leave your feedback below, like this video, and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Bye.